Hey everybody, welcome to Storytime with Dre. This is a new concept that a bunch of my friends have been telling me to do, as well as the most important woman in my life, my wife. She said, Andre, you should try some ASMR. So I broke out the microphone, which we got right here, and I decided to test a theory. So we're going to try this little mini-series out. I'm going to read a comic book, and you guys will tell me if you like it or not in the comments below. And we're going to call it, aptly, as my friend Everything Collects Plastic Collectibles says, it is Storytime with Dre. So this is going to be called... No. This is Book 1, or issue number 1 of the Cult of Carnage, Misery. We will open up the first page. Now I'm going to do voices. I feel like you need to have voices for these characters. So, the author starts with then. Liz Allen, early as always. Come here before you get soaked. When you're dating Harry Osborn, the rain doesn't get the privilege of touching you. Now, we see a young lady sitting in bed, arm draped over her head. Well, when you're dating Liz Allen, a little rain isn't the end of the world. Even when it ruins a $5,000 suit. Think about it this way. We can cozy up by the fireplace later. The last image on the page. Our character, Liz Allen, staring out of a raining window. Harry Osborn and Liz are now sitting on the couch, so we're going to have Harry going here. This isn't exactly what I was picturing when you said we wanted to warm up by the fire. Oh yeah, what were you imagining? The next image is of Harry Osborn's tombstone. Below that, Liz and Harry engaging in a very passionate kiss. Beneath that, Liz looking in her closet. Next page. Okay, that about does it. When did you learn to paint? I picked it up again when I was getting treatment with Dr. Hamilton. He said it was good. It was a good way to focus my mind. I want to see it. Not yet. Gotta let the color set in first. But trust me, I got your good side. Liz was getting her picture painted by Harry, and we see her sad, looking at the painting that he had made of her. I don't need to see it to know that, Harry. All my sides are good sides. We get a ring on her cell phone. Hello? Who's this? Click. Does money buy happiness? What? You've got a sweet vacation house in the Hamptons, a company with your name on it, and a gorgeous gal who's really trying to enjoy it with you. But I'm looking at those big, pretty eyes of yours, and I can see that you, Harry Osborn, are not happy. Liz? Liz. Look who's talking. What's that supposed to mean? Don't think I haven't noticed every time you smile. It takes you half a second. You're, I don't know, practicing? Now we're going to face back to Liz in the apartment when she throws her phone. An explicative. Beep you, Harry. Keep a secret phone from your wife. I can't take it anymore as the phone breaks against the wall. Secrets, and a door opens. We're back to the poolside. We both come from privilege, and I don't think it's helped us much. Well, I think Peter Parker's happier than either of us, and he's broke. I've known Peter since we were in high school, and he hasn't always been so plucky. And he does have a supermodel girlfriend now. I know you, Liz. You don't need money to be happy. You need results. You help people every day in the hospital, and it still isn't enough. If you don't do everything you can for others, you feel like you don't deserve to be happy. I used to hear voices. It was like someone was laughing at me all the time. At first, it sounded like my father's voice. It took a lot of therapy for me to recognize that it was my own. So now, I laugh back, and the voice goes away. We all have darkness to conquer. You gotta face it head on. So the next time you feel like happiness is impossible, just laugh. Oh, Harry. And the image is of Liz finding the Green Goblin costume. The next morning. Spearhead, what's the point of paying you and the guardsmen as much as I do if you can't secure a bunch of dangerous tech before school? Just being cautious, Miss Allen. We needed to verify all of the goblin weaponry offline. Looks like it can be remotely controlled through neural uplinks in the mask. Get it out of here. Wait. This was Dad's stuff? It's not staying in our home, Normie. It's dangerous. That's why we need it. Don't you get it? Dad kept this stuff here to protect us. We don't know who else is out there, just waiting for a chance to hurt us. In the rain, we see a man looking with binoculars. Nice to see you outside of the office, Miss Allen. As he's watching, Miss Allen continues her conversation with her son Norman. You don't have to worry about our family's safety. That's my job. No, you have another job at Alchemax. That's why you're never here. That's not yours! As he tries to snatch something, the costume away from one of the guards. Normie! That's enough! Bonk, bonk, bonk. A toy! Can I keep it, Aunt Liz? As one of the pumpkin grenades fell off of the glider. Stanley, honey, please give that here. It's not a toy. But I will take you to the store and get a toy later. I just need you to give that to me, please. Promise? I promise, Bugaloo. Are you lying like you did last week? The little boy is holding the bomb. I didn't lie last week, sweetie. I ran out of time. But I'll take you to the office tomorrow and we'll stop by Tom's Toys on the way home. The little boy relinquishes the pumpkin bomb. Thank you. That back there, Normie, can't happen again. Okay. You're right. Your brother was holding a bomb. It was an accident. And the way you spoke to the guardsman, we didn't raise you to speak like that, Normie. Look at me. I know it's been tough on you losing your dad. I miss him too. Every day. I'm giving his old things away because other people need them. And we don't. I'm not erasing him. I can never do that. Do you understand? Yes. This one's aggressive, all right. Alchemax Labs. Some red, viscous, fluidic creature. We knew the Carnage strain was going to be difficult, but it also holds the most potential for weaponizing and regeneration. So far, it refuses to merge with any other strains. At least when tested on a cellular level, it simply kills the foreign cells instead. What about the antivenom, Dr. Steven? Would that be enough to tame Carnage? Ah, yes. Well, been running some preliminary simulations. It's better if I show you. In small doses, cell to cell, the antivenom kills symbiote cells. The Carnage strain, however, attempts to fight back. The only way to ensure they don't kill each other is to bond them both to a host to mediate. And even then, the results can be rather unpredictable. The symbiote speaks from the cell. Hello, wheelman. Hello, Grace. How are you feeling today? Hungry. You put the Carnage symbiote on a chimpanzee? We wanted to let her get accustomed to it before administering the antivenom. We deliberately chose the most aggressive primate we could find in the hopes it could survive these strains. You said you were hungry, Gracie? Here's something you might like. As a hose pours a fluid into the containment area. What is it? Medicine. It hurts. Help me. Please. As the symbiote gets attacked by the anti-venom cells. What happened? The chimpanzee was not sufficiently aggressive to tame the symbiote. It got lost in the battle between the Carnage strain and the antivenom. Is she dead? No. Grace, can you describe what you're feeling? Miss. She's asleep now. If we can find a host strong enough, the two differing strains could theoretically be harmonious. We'll keep trying. What about the other symbiotes? They all show promise. Give it a bit of time, Miss Allen. I believe you're going to be in the face of great change in the world. Location unknown. Unless someone beats us to it. Thank you for your interest in the position, Corwin. You talk like a bleeping robot. Let's cut to the chase. You need someone dead or something stolen or both. What's the job? The job is discretion first and foremost, Mr. Jones. Are you okay? Fast forward to some news clips. Unfortunately, because of exposure to such fumes has not been definitively linked to any long-term health effects. We are unable to... Me? Okay? Sure. You bet. We are aware of your esteemed military history in the military. Esteemed? I like the sound of that. Much better than dishonorably discharged. We read the reports, and we know what they left out. We do not blame you. Well, bleep, if you're such a big fan, if you're such big fans, I'm happy to sign your beep on the way out. Do you enjoy working at Alchemax? It's a job. The only thing loyal to the almighty dollar is to the almighty dollar. You pay me more, I'll get you the symbiotes. What? You know my military history. That means you know about my patents too. I'm just doing the math. They're what we got me into Alchemax. And they're what you're after as well, right? What's it gonna be? You want the symbiotes or not? We do. Let's get freaking working then. Alchemax headquarters, the next day. Please don't be offended, Miss Osborne. I wanted you to hear of my group's considerable acquisition of Alchemax stock directly from me. But don't worry, you and your guardsmen have already enjoyed having our emissary Spearhead at your disposal. And thanks to our resources we've gathered from what's left of the Life Foundation, the best is yet to come. Please, Carlton. I go by Miss Allen now. Of course, forgive me. Your investment is extremely generous, considering most of your competitors are tightening their belts. Why sink so much capital into Alchemax? Let's just say I'm very curious about your R&D division. I'm sorry, Alchemax is not for sale. I understand. I won't press any further before I go. Could we speak privately for a moment? Of course. People start clearing the boardroom. Am I free to say the S word now? I'm not your mother, Carlton. Say what's on your mind. We both know why we're here, Liz. Symbiotes. Spearhead helped you recover the latest host of the Venom symbiote. And when things got messy, you tried to shut me out. And I won't be shut out, Liz. With your samples, my knowledge, we can change the world. Oh, Carlton, if you could have, you'd done so years ago when you actually had possession of the symbiotes. Thanks, but no thanks. A bit of advice then. Symbiotes are an expensive business. Should you find yourself bankrupt in 6 months, it'll be me who's left to pick up the pieces. We hit the West Village in New York City. Give a guy a warning, Liz. You know, men need time to get ready too. Your driver was at my door 5 minutes after you called me. That's a first for New York. Dr. Zafar Hakim, PhD. So, how's life in the fast lane, Miss CEO? It's never fast enough. I want to tear my hair out. Please, don't. That'd be a big loss for the world. While I'd love to think we're just breaking bread, I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Yeah? I need the doctor in you. Which one? You love saying that. Double the school debt, double the fun. You know, you could always come work at Alchemax, a couple of years of bonuses, and you'd be able to zero out your debt and go private. Then I wouldn't get to complain about how broken the system is. Sorry, I'm laughing because I think of the real world when I read this kind of interesting dialogue. Suit yourself. Actually, I need the physician and the scientist this time. I was hoping to get your take on this. She hands over a vial with a viscous red fluid. Is this what I think it is? Ever hear about effective altruism movement? Billionaires sorting their charity into flashy, high-profile causes, right? I was doing it before the cryptocurrency posers had a name for it. Only I'm actually trying to listen to the activists in the trenches and what the trenches are saying. We need a game changer for healthcare. This could be it. Affordable remedies that prevent hospitalization. You're talking about instantaneous regeneration? The only problem is, you're using a living killing machine to do it? We're trying to. Anyway, I wanted your professional opinion on whether it is even possible, or if it is at all going to blow up in my face. As he reaches his hand across the table, he places it on her hand. You're going to change the world, one way or another, Liz. But, my honest opinion, no good can come of this. We're at Alchemax Security. They're on patrol. Status report. All perimeter units check in. East unit clear. West unit clear. South unit clear. North unit. North unit report. I need a visual on the north end. Any sightings? Do not call the authorities. I repeat. Boom! You know the problem with leaving such visibly powerful security force on patrol at all times? Is that it paints a target on the thing you're trying to protect. Corwin Jones, I presume? As he's trapped under some sort of metallic net. We've been waiting for you, and he breaks free. We noticed you've been taking your armor home. But then you kept clocking in like there was nothing wrong. That's how we knew you were after something else. Though I'm not sure how using the same armor all your fellow guardsmen is going to help you get through this. If you and these rent-a-cops knew I couldn't be trusted, you shouldn't have kept me on the payroll. Oh. Beep. Explosives remotely controlled. Next up, top floor, Liz Allen's office. Corwin took out a bunch of the guardsmen. And R&D, for those that don't know what R&D is, it's research and development. Why do I have to give one toy away? Some kids don't have any toy, Stanley. You have 100. We talked about this. You can keep the new toy, but you have to give an old one away. We help people. That's what we do. Sometimes that means giving something up, no matter how badly we want it. Miss Allen, we need you and your son to come with us. Brrr, brrr, brrr. Alarm sound. We have to go. There's an intruder in Alchemax. Ugh! Miss Allen, run! The guards are taken out by Corwin instantaneously. Stay with me, Stanley. Come on. And she pushes the elevator door to close. And horror movie. Corwin's just walking very slowly. It's okay, baby. The door closes. No one can open the doors from the outside. You keep them locked unless it's me, understand? Aunt Liz, where are you going? Aunt Liz. I'll be right back. Dr. Steven, we need to lock down the symbiote lab now. Dr. Steven? You put all your security credentials in the hands of your lead scientist? Risky. Corwin has the doctor, obviously, in a compromised position. Try me. Take one more step. We installed incinerators in every cell. I'll burn these symbiotes before I let you take them. Tricky thing is, I believe you. So we'll have to do this the hard way. Sound waves echo in the room she's in, shattering the glass of all the cells. Each symbiote gets sucked up into these little floating devices. Boom! It's been a pleasure. Liz. You're bleeding. Oh. He missed one. The Carnage strain with the anti-venom. Oh no, Liz. Did you remove it from the building? You have to fight it, control it. Or you'll be consumed by it. I don't know how to fight it. As the symbiote begins to consume her body. How am I supposed to fight this? An image of Harry comes to her mind. And he says, just laugh. Seconds later, we get a vision right through the eyes. Liz, are you okay? I think so. It feels like misery. That's it, folks. First book of Cold and Misery. Y'all wanted story time with Dre, and I read it to you. Hopefully you liked it.